let's start with the storms. Brisbane was hammered yesterday. What can we expect this afternoon?
Roz, good afternoon. Well, just looking at the radar, storms over northern inland New South Wales, they're really starting to intensify at the moment. There's a shot of that supercell that swept through southeast Queensland yesterday. That's a rotating thunderstorm, the most dangerous type, which produced the giant hail and the destructive winds. But let's have a look at the radar just over the past few hours. So storms kicked off earlier this morning over northwest New South Wales, and they're forming into a fairly clean band now that is moving towards the east. The most severe cells at the moment are just to the west of Tamworth, and there is a warning in place for damaging winds and large hail. Let's have a look at the forecast rain now just over the next few hours. So that activity, it will spread further towards the northeast and the storm should intensify. Can't rule out a supercell or two returning on either side of the border over the next few hours. What you'll notice though, compared to yesterday, most of the activity stays inland from the coast, at least this afternoon and into the early hours of this evening. We'll keep going now with the forecast rain. You can see that activity will spread to the southeast Queensland coast overnight and then dissipate early Wednesday. But thunderstorms tomorrow, they'll fire up once again through eastern Queensland and some parts of northeast New South Wales. And Roz, just like we've seen every day so far this week and on the weekend, severe storms are likely tomorrow.
And an outback heatwave has now spread to the coast where it'll linger into the weekend, Tom.
Yeah, oppressive conditions developing through much of Queensland and northern New South Wales. Now, here are some of the maximum temperatures we've had so far today. Not quite as hot as yesterday, but still up to 44 in Longreach, and Windora has hit 44 degrees so far. But all that hot air through the inland, thanks to a westerly airstream, it's been carried towards the coastline. Now, around the New South Wales coast, for many areas, temperatures will peak tomorrow, including Sydney, forecast to hit about 36 to 37 degrees for the city. That will be the warmest November day in 5 years. Now, we'll see slightly cooler air pushing into central New South Wales on Thursday, but that's when Brisbane will see a peak in temperatures. They're also forecast to hit 36, and that would be Brisbane's warmest November day in 7 years. Now, let's have a look at the heatwave forecast now. Eventually, we'll start to see cooler temperatures developing through those outback areas over the next few days. But from the 3 days, from Thursday into the weekend, we still have a low intensity to severe heat wave continuing through eastern Queensland and some northern parts of New South Wales. In fact, Roz, the latest modelling shows we won't see a proper cool change spreading up the east coast until around Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Finally, Tom, New South Wales is being warned to expect gales and extreme fire danger.
Yeah, not just hot, but we've got strong winds on the way. So a separate weather system passing through tomorrow will lead to this burst of strong to Galeforce westerly winds across parts of southeast Australia. And the Bureau has already issued a warning for tomorrow for damaging wind gusts over 90 kilometres per hour for the central and southern ranges of New South Wales and also the Illawarra coast. So wind speeds tomorrow could bring down tree branches, perhaps topple trees. That could lead to property damage and also power outages. But when you combine those strong winds with hot temperatures and humidity, which will drop well below 20%, we'll be looking at extreme fire dangers tomorrow from the Riverina district of New South Wales through the central west, central ranges to the Hunter and the Sydney region. Now, when the fire dangers are extreme, fires are fast moving and they're difficult to control. You can also get spot fires a few kilometres ahead of the main fire front. The other risk tomorrow, there will be some lightning around, so perhaps those lightning strikes, Roz, could even ignite some new fires. And if that's not enough weather, we also have a decaying tropical cyclone Fina right now on the North Kimberley coast.